Nice.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Fuck everybody
welcome
else. Everybody else is not.
to yeah, screw all you guys. So, I guess in a sense, welcome to D&D with Amel. We're doing stars without
No,
numbers
it's
though.
not D&D.
It's stars without
It's
numbers with Amel,
all
but
its campaign name, which is Dark
Dark
Universe.
Universe. Yes, I'm sorry. I'll get it right eventually. It's the start of a new
You
one.
can start now.
We started a bit later than planned today, so we might just end up going through our characters, explain them a little bit, and then maybe Muck will give us kind of like the starting story for us. And then we will probably start on Thursday officially with our actual first mission. So if Muck, if you want to take it away, I'm going to adjust the cams a little bit to make sure they're proper.
Oh, excellent. So, we're going to go through and we're just going to talk a little about each one of our characters, and I'm going to give you a rundown of the basic idea and concepts that we have behind this game. Let's go ahead and start with Matt Greenhill. What is your character's name?
I believe I ended up going with something like Victor Shro.
Yes, can you
Victor
type that
Stro.
out? Because I have not edited on your character yet.
Victorschro.
I was in no way ready for that.
Get ready, son. Get ready.
Yeah, and do it slower.
Here we go.
Victor. Victor. Shro. Schro.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
So
okay.
tell me a little bit about Victor Shro. Let's tell everybody a
So-
little bit of the character.
What was the plan again? Hold on a second. Okay, so Victor Shro was born on Ancraft. He had a promising future with a medical company, pharmaceutical, one of them, whatever. And he quickly got moved around, and after a couple of years, he got placed into a secret, what's it called?
Research.
Underground
Department.
research
Good
facility?
department.
Okay,
Good department.
Cool.
Secret department that worked more in biological areas.
So like
we'll
Black
say.
Mesa.
Black Mesa, Umbrella, something like that.
Mm.
When his project went south and someone leaked the informations to everyone, to the public, he was used as the scapegoat. So he basically got the shit canned and. Oh wait, are we allowed to swear on this? Cause
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
By all fucking means, you can swear all the goddamn you want.
You can.
Fuck
I
yeah.
don't know why.
It's okay.
All right, I'm just
I do
checking
have it
out.
set to mature, so
Okay.
There's only two
So-
words not allowed on this stream, which we won't talk about.
yes, we can mention those after stream.
It's daffodil.
All right. So, after being used as a scapegoat, he had to find a way off planet before he was hunted down, and he found some sort of transport ship, and eventually he ended up taking up a job with the company of the ships.
All right.
Cool.
Do you want us to tell us? Do you want to tell us what your character's end goal is? What you would like for your character to accomplish throughout this game?
Probably like a revenge motive back at the company, something like that. Maybe yeah, I'll go with more of a revenge motive towards the CEO.
So,
or
like to
whatever.
expose the truth of what really happened, like that kind of revenge, or revenge as in like they ruined my life, I'm going to kill them all.
more towards that one.
All right.
So your goal is to ruin this company?
Yes, we'll go with that.
All right. Ruin the company. All right. Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's talk to Logan now. Logan, tell us a little bit about your character. For those of you who don't know who he is, he's never played with us before. He's also known as Avox to a Melwin. So if you hear Avox, that would be a Melwin talking directly to Logan.
Correct.
All right. So Logan, tell us a little bit about your character. Where's he from? A little bit of backstory.
He is Dr. Paul Gallen. He
Okay.
is a farmer who grew up being mainly renowned for the creation of the insecticides and herbicides for farmers in nearby areas. And the word of his abilities got out to a bioengineering company called Logitech Institute. And basically, shut the fuck up.
Are you trying to get political here or something?
What? You what,
What?
bitch?
What? Who?
Hey.
All right, continue.
Let's go.
Anyway, he gets picked up by this company and basically starts working as a bioengineer underground, believing, quote unquote, air quotes, that he's doing it for the greater good, not knowing that the company was actually attempting to make like technology viruses to harm the innocents instead of further the greater good of the planet.
Okay. Now I have a
Yeah.
question. How did your character find out that they were still doing this, or did your character not know yet?
The character
Or shall we
currently doesn't know.
explore and find out?
Okay, so it's still kind of in the
Yeah,
air, like you
so-
still think you're doing good.
All right.
Yeah. So
Let
the
me-
current. Okay. Yeah.
Let me ask you a quick question for your character. What is your character name again?
Paul Gallen.
Paul Gallen. All right. For Paul Gallen, what is his goal? Like, what would you like to have your character do in this game? Like,
So
what is
for
your mission?
for his current mindset, knowing that he still thinks he's doing for the greater good, he's just looking to research through into more unknown materials to try and further his research and create better technology through the company.
Alrighty. And then we have Melwind, also known as Aaron,
You can know.
or Drumstick.
Sure, only to you. All right. My character's name is Mason Yar. That was created by the group of people, and I went with it because it sounded hilarious. Let me pull up my bio here a little bit. My character comes from a police state planet of Urbana. I was recruited at the age of 15. I was pretty much pulled from my family into the Disciples of Purity ranks. During my time in this army, it pretty much would be the basic version of it, I rose ranks up to the rank of Space Marine, which is considered like special forces. I was sent on a mission, though, to assassinate a group with my team called the Tau Council, which is a group of aliens that were they were looking to find a way to coexist with humans and aliens equally, on equal terms, whereas the Disciples of Purity view that the only pure race is the human race. I failed in this assassination because I was betrayed. My character was betrayed by a person in my group. I don't believe I have a name for him yet, or at least the name is unknown for everybody here. And my group was killed. I was left for dead, but I survived. So my character found a way off planet, and I returned to the Disciples of Purity and was court-martialed for my failure and was sentenced to death. But I was unable to accept this, so I left, and I have my own mission, which I'd rather kind of keep secret right now, so that players don't know and no one on stream knows what my character's like mission is at the moment.
Can I interject you right here? If you were
Sure.
sentenced to death, they just let you wander off.
I escaped.
Okay.
I'm special forces.
So that you're
it's not like you're sitting system like, okay, bye. Just no.
Yeah, like, no.
No.
I'm outta here.
I escaped from it, and I'm more of just I have my own mission, due to what's happened because of this, and it's gonna be something that hopefully we'll all see, and kind of based off of what my character, how he was raised from, his teenage years, that you'll kind of see how he reacts to different people.
All right. Cool.
That's my character.
Does anybody have any goals that
I have a goal.
I should be aware of? Hold on. We gotta
I
zoom in
don't
on
want
this.
to.
What the hell is this? That's your character. Who's wearing the
I don't know what you're talking about.
Best character in the world.
How did you even do that?
I pull my character out from the character sheet. So I have a goal. I don't want to share it with the group, but it is in my character sheet, so you are able to see it already. I said it's kind of like my major goal. I don't really have any. I guess minor goals right now is to Like I'm just looking to make money to be able to buy more advanced weaponry. I guess it's like a minor goal.
Okay.
So once I'm able to like buy something, that would be like my minor goal for the time being.
All right, works for me. All right, so you guys have kind of met each other, but you don't really know each other very well. You actually were each individually picked for a kind of a job that was offered to this individual who is the captain of his own vessel. That vessel being called the Drudger. That's right, the Dredger. It's a very boring name for a very boring ship. It is more or less a kind of like a freighter. It just carries cargo back and forth. There's nothing super impressive about it. The job you were offered was to get from point A to point B. It's a very cut and dry, hey, we need here, and we need somebody to watch our backs, make sure the ship is very good on the trip out there. And, yeah. So I'm going to drag us over to the actual place we are in.
Okay, can I interject really fast, Moko?
You may interject if you like.
Can each of us describe what we are on the ship? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
For my character, I am the pilot when needed. Pilot would be used for during like space combat, so like more ship to ship combat.
For
But
this particular mission, you were picked up not for that purpose, although you can do that.
right, I was
You were
more picked
picked
up
up for
my
security purposes,
Security. That was
yeah.
my other job. I am also efficient in computers and different types of weaponry. That is
Correct.
my character. I didn't describe what my character looked like. Now that I
Okay,
think
you
about
can
that.
go ahead and describe your character, what they look like. real
My
quick here.
character is super muscly. He's about 6'4", bald head, the most amazing mustache you have ever seen, just chiseled face, and
Huge chin.
So Brom,
gigantic chin.
It's huge
literally
chin.
Brom.
Enormous chin.
Armstrong.
Think more like
Armstrong from
totally
Full Metal
Armstrong.
Alchemist.
Dan from
My
Family
picture,
Guy.
my picture is perfect on it. Here, I'm gonna pull it up on stream.
Okay,
I
you can
can't-
pull it up, but we're not going to watch that.
You guys don't have to see it. So,
All right.
boom. That's
So
my
that's what
character in a nutshell, roughly-ish. No, with a shirt on though.
And do you have any personality quirks as well that we should be aware of?
Oh, I do. Let's see.
Okay.
I have on my left arm. I have a sleeve. Goes from my elbow to my hand. It is a sleeve, and on different spots on it, I'm very meticulous about time zones. So whenever we're going somewhere, I have a clock that will tell me exactly what time we're going to arrive at that planet. Like if it's like 6 a.m. in the morning for them, I will know. I also know the time we're leaving from our ships. I'm also very particular about when people mispronounce my last name.
Or names in general?
In general, but for the most part, my last name is kind of what started it. I do make robots in my spare time with little like gadgets, gizmo things, and I believe in reincarnation.
All right.
I added a couple new ones.
Cool. So, Logan, do you want to tell me a little bit about what your character looks like, personality quirks you might have, and any hobbies?
Basically, my character, he was a bit of a scrawny guy. For being a farmer, he wasn't exactly built for the heavy work, which is why he's so proficient in the insecticides and the herbicides. So you can kind of picture like a 5'8", 5'9" guy, pretty lean, not exactly the most muscular being you'll ever look upon.
With
And-
squirrely
You're not a
eyeglasses.
man.
I'm not a manly man. I got no facial hair. He's clean shaven, and doesn't like to take his shirt off often.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Cool. I like that.
Sounds,
I like
sounds
that.
fair.
Do you have any quirks or
Alright.
anything that your character doesn't like or like, requires to
Yes,
have?
quirks of my character does not like to be in places where everyone does not have a place to sit, and I only have white furniture.
Yes, your abode on this thing is pure white. Now, did your character get like angry, or is like when he like there's not a white piece of furniture, like someone like brings something that's not white into your room? Or is
Okay,
it like,
so if
Or it's just gotta be white. It's just gotta
like,
be white.
or you
man.
just
No,
kind of
it's-
give it like a annoyed
Nope, nope,
look, like,
nope, nope.
like, or like
Gotta
get
be
the hell
white.
out of my
Gotta be white.
my room and come back in.
Dude,
When
it's gotta be white. It's gotta be white. Gotta be white.
Yeah,
Gotta be
no,
white.
no,
Only
my,
white from
no.
Troy.
My character always carries white spray paint. So if anything that is brought into his room isn't white, he whips out spray can and just makes it.
That's awesome.
All right.
That is awesome.
Oh, man,
Alrighty.
that's
And let's go to Matt. Matt, would you like to describe how your character looks?
okay.
He has
So
any personality quirks or hobbies?
okay, to be honest, I didn't put much thought into the looks. I completely forgot about that. So I'm going to go with the best way to explain him. He looks closest to Krieger from Archer.
Okay, so he looks like a Hitler clone. Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Lovely.
I mean, you
Purity
kinda-
of race.
So like, I mean, well, what kind of fate? Because I can't think of it. Because honestly, I just started watching Archer again. It's
He's
been a
got
while.
he's got like a goatee, like mustache beard thing.
The redheaded guy, right? The redheaded professor, like type dude, right? The science guy.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
redhead. He's got brown
I thought it
hair.
was redhead.
No, you're an idiot.
I think they have a different guy. That's probably what it is.
Probably.
Here. Let me-
Okay, and what personality quirks do you have?
Oh, threw that in the wrong one. Oh well. So my character has a deep-rooted hatred for the color purple. Anything purple just immediately snaps and gets pissed off at.
All right.
He also seems to get very bored when there's nothing going on, so he likes to randomly wander around and get lost.
He likes to explore on his own when there's nothing going on.
Yes, basically.
Right, like,
Okay.
Now, is it like, do you like to explore like everything, or is like, do you explore like specific like city type stuff, or do you like go out like nature-y type stuff?
Just whenever I get bored, just kind of just wander around with
Lovely.
whoever's around.
It's
Wander
like,
around, find
there's
something
nothing
purple,
going
get
on,
sandwich.
and there's a war going on outside. Let me go outside real quick.
What if it's over this way?
Sir, I must
that
inform you
might-
that is not the best idea.
Wonder if I
Yeah.
can myself today.
There you go. All right, so let's get started. The actual, just the preliminary story, just to get you going. So you guys are all on the ship, the Dredger, as I called it, and it's just a standard cargo ship. They tell you, hey, the captain's name is Yancey Bates.
Yancey Bates. All right, you guys might want to write that down. Put a
Yeah,
note down
Captain-
on that.
I'm
Her
pulling up
name-
Word now.
Is Yancey? If you have my actual document, you may add it to it if you like. I just made it up. Yancey Bates.
Yancey Bates.
How do you spell
Yes,
that?
Spell however you want,
Yancey Bates.
as long as you remember how to
Yancey.
pronounce it. Is the ship's captain.
Yes, Yancey Bates, the ship's captain. He took each one of you. He handpicked you out of this like group of people. He's kind of like I have a brash, weird-looking man. Something's kind of off about him, but whatever. He's paying you each, 10,000 credits to do your job and not ask questions. And he specifically said, "Don't ask questions. Do what you're told. And when you're not doing your job, stay in your cabin. You may eat at the mess. You may do whatever you like inside the mess hall, but you can be in the mess hall, your cabins, or your stations. You cannot wander around. Do not go into the cargo hold unless you're told to. Each specific thing. He's very detailed about the contract that you signed.
Okay.
And you get paid upon completion of the contract. So you are going from one of the outlining systems. I haven't determined the name of it yet, so we're just going to call it System A. And you are actually delivering a cargo to another far-off system, way off in a different part of it, called... shit, I had the name for it. No, we're just going to call it Venus right now for the moment.
All right. So we're going to a sector called solar system called Venus.
Yes.
Okay.
The vernacular is what we're going to call it.
Vernacular. Okay.
So I'm just going to type this name in. I'm going to point which one it is. You're actually not starting there.
That's where we're riding. Okay.
Yeah. So you were picked up, and you're going to go pick up the cargo, and then you're going to travel there, is what's going to happen.
Okay, so it's at the
that
top.
make
Of the,
sense?
yeah, it's going top of the screen. So where are
That's
we?
where you're going.
Where are we at starting here?
I need to drag out that ship layer. You can all see that you're all on the Red Horizon page.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. All right, here you are. You're in the ship here. You're actually starting off at Highgate, and you're going to be traveling to pick up the cargo in the Jackson area, and then you're going to be traveling over to Vernacular.
Okay.
So you all got picked up. You all started off on Highgate. If you don't know anything about Highgate, I will tell you a little bit about the.
Highgate is Verbena. That's where my home world is from, actually.
Yes. So, you're coming from Verbena and from Highgate, and you're coordinated to pick up a very particular package in Jackson. So you're all currently sitting on the ship. It is currently lunchtime. On the ship, the time reads 2300.
Yep.
So you're all sitting in the mess hall, just kind of relaxing, a little bit of like R&R. Like I will actually pull up a ship schematic for you.
Where my equipment
Sorry, I
go?
have to drag it over to the ship. So you guys may go ahead and
Right.
discuss amongst yourselves on this ship.
I guess my character is going to be sitting at the table, like kind of like chewing on something, like some kind of food, whatever we got there, and like on my computer, like doing like a run through of all the security checks on this ship itself, just checking it out. So I'm just sitting there, kind of quietly next to both you guys, just like typing stuff up and just grabbing bites to eat. What are you two doing?
You guys want to drag out your icons on the ship? Yep.
Yeah.
Where is? Okay, how do I drag up the icon? Still pretty new at this.
Okay, so you'll go to your character sheet in the journal section and click on it, and then the picture you have, click and drag that one onto the screen. I have 9 HP, so I'm going to put that here. So we're in here somewhere.
Yep. You're currently allowed in that area, and then each of the bunks, and that's basically where you are if you're not on duty. It is currently late on the ship's time clock, which is 2300, and the captain is currently sitting in the cockpit.
Okay, you can both see how to drag them out or no? So you'll
I mean, it's not that important. So you're sitting there.
There it is.
And there's actually another guy there. He's a part of the ship. He introduced himself as Chad, and that's the only thing he's introduced himself as.
Okay, so
And Chad's just kind of sitting there tapping a pencil on the desk.
Okay, so I'm sitting there just typing at my computer, and I just hear this.
No, it's more like,
So I just kind of like slowly just look, like stop typing, and then just look up at Chad. I'm like, "Do you mind? I'm trying to do work here right now. Make sure we're safe."
safe for what, man? This is the easiest job you'll ever have.
Yeah, I look at him and I go, "The easiest jobs are always the hardest. You never know what might come. It's always better to be safe than sorry." And
It's the dumbest logic I've ever heard, he says to you.
and I look at him like,
Easiest jobs are the hardest, man.
When I'm
once
saving
I
your-
get
Once
once I
saving
get
your
there, I'm
ass,
collecting
no.
my 10,000, and we're gonna find a great time.
And if that goes well, great, awesome. And if when it doesn't, at least I'm prepared to save your ass. And I go back to typing and start ignoring him again.
All right.
So that's what I do.
Okay, so while he's having his words with Chad, I'm just standing there because whoever hired me, whatever his name was, didn't leave any white furniture. So I'm standing here next to my chair, wet spray paint down my chair because it wasn't white. So I'm standing here with my arms crossed. I'm all pissed off, and I'm waiting for my paint to dry.
And that's
Paul.
shit.
Paul.
That's Paul Gallen.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chad turns to Paul and is like, Paul, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? Why are you carrying a can of spray paint around with you everywhere you go?
Hey man, I got to sit on something white.
I look at Chad. I'm like, it's how he's always been. I've known him for a little while. You get used to it. So it's fine. I look at Victor for some confirmation. I'm like, you know what I'm talking about, Victor.
Yeah, so where did you two meet then, huh? He says to you.
We haven't determined where we met. So we're all from the same sector. So I would say maybe I had a mission that required some kind of escort, for some type of thing for his company, and maybe if you want to agree, Avox, you were like the lead person on that
Yeah,
mission, and that's kind of how we met up. We kind of became chummy during that.
yeah.
Chubby.
Yeah, we
Does
can
that
like.
kind of mean like you
Tried
guys
to
are like
steal my
this?
can of spray paint because you didn't get it.
I look at Chad and just like, I look at Chad. And I'm like, you need to get out more, and just kind of go
Get
back to
out
typing.
more, dude. You need to get out more out of the closet.
I just completely ignore him and just go back to typing. Just, doing research to see what I can find out about the ship, make sure everything's in order still.
Everything about the ship?
Well, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure, I'm checking the security, seeing what
So-
kind of security it has and stuff like that.
Well, you're currently looking through the protocols that, Captain Yancey Bates gave you. You determined that, it seems kind of weird that he doesn't want you anywhere near the cargo hold or anywhere in that area. Or you're not allowed to know what the manifest is. For security reasons, you think this is kind of off and
I
weird
do.
that you can't even be like, why can't I know what the cargo is?
I do.
So you think it's off, and you may do with whatever you think of that information.
I think for the moment, since I'm still in the group of like people, I'm not going to do any kind of like deep dive searching for that type of stuff to find out why. Because security reason, I believe I should know what I'm getting myself into, but I won't do that in front of everybody. So for now, I'm just kind of doing the basic routine.
Okay. And what is Paul Callan doing?
With that information, I'm just choosing to ignore it at the moment because I feel it's not the highest priority on my list at the moment, and I just want to complete the mission with a smooth, clean regime and such. Don't want any markups going on in the first one.
All right. So Chad gets up. It's like, I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna go down to that cargo hold and check their ship out and really get acclimated to everything.
Does he stand up?
He gets up, stretches his arms out. It's like,
So I look up
Hello,
from
guys.
I look up from my board and go, it's against security protocol. It's not something we're allowed to do. You do it, I'm gonna have to go to the captain.
Oh, come on, man. Don't be a stick in the mud, Mason Jar.
It's Yar, and I'm not a stick in the mud. I'm just
Not
one.
according to the
if you-
manifest.
I look at-
J, man.
I go, Chad, if you want to stay safe, you want to make it here safely and survive this, because something's gonna happen. Then you need to listen to the rules and follow what it is.
Get out, man. This is a basic mission. Point A, point B.
I'm
Little
telling you.
money at the end.
Chad, you go near that, the captain's gonna know.
Okay, whatever, man. What's he gonna do? Kick me off the ship in the middle of space?
Hey, I've seen worse.
I highly doubt that.
You think?
So-
what
But you
want.
people are boring me, so whatever.
So-
I'm going to the quarter.
Go ahead, Matt.
So Victor's he looks up from messing with his nav comp, and he starts walking away, not telling you guys where he's going. He just starts walking.
Which direction?
Towards the cargo or away from the cargo?
Engine
Actually,
room?
wait.
Engine room or crew quarters?
Actually, which way is the cargo? We'll go towards the engine room. Why not?
Okay.
So you start walking away. I just kind of see him going, and I actually kind of like finally stop and close my computer and look over at Paul and go, "You think it's weird that we're not allowed to ask questions about this mission? We don't know what's going on, but he brought both you and Victor along, who are specialists in like bio and crazy technology."
My response was basically, I didn't want to stir anything up, but I do agree with you that it's very strange that someone of myself and Victor's specialty is here for a basic cargo mission.
Yeah, I'll look more into it once we pick up the cargo, or at least see if I can find something in the computers later on tonight. When we're alone. Not me and you alone, but when I'm alone in my crew quarters.
Alone, are we?
No, Paul. No.
In my white room.
No.
Hey, man,
it's
we'll
what?
stay.
Paul, it happened that one time, never again. We won't speak of it. So I'm like, no. When we get, I'll check it out in my crew quarters later on when I have no eyes watching me, and I'll see if I can dig something up. Maybe you should bring it up to Victor and let him. No, it might be a little strange that who he's brought along for this mission.
Right. So
Where is
Victor,
Victor, by the way?
I think he went towards the engine room. Let me check my cameras. I pull up the security cameras on my computer.
All right, so you pull up the security cameras in your thing, and the only rooms you see is the engine room, the cockpit, the crew quarters, the crew lounge, and the mess, and that's it.
Right.
You don't see anything on the lower side.
Everything else is locked out to me, or I just can't find
Locked
it.
out to you. It's
Okay.
not there. The cameras, whatever. You can't see it, and you think it's weird that you don't have access being the chief engineer. This is the thought that goes through your head. Like, this is odd. Why bring me for security if this is the reason?
All right. So I mentioned Paul. I'm like, he's over in the engine room right now. He's like, I'm probably gonna get myself a bite to eat, and then maybe hit the
As you're still eating.
Well, yeah, but it's just a snack. I'm gonna get myself I'm gonna get some dinner, and then I'm probably gonna head to my room.
Right.
And then I'm also gonna walk around the entire ship that I'm allowed to walk around and just kind of check on things,
Mm-hmm.
look for bugs and
Yes, sir.
whatnot.
So
Okay.
as he gets up to grab some food, I just bend over and just brush my finger across the chair that I spray painted to check if it's dry, and it's still wet.
Right. It's still
And
wet.
you just hear this real quiet, just.
All right. So in the engine room, you see a bunch of components and gears and this giant thing that's turning like a giant turbine, and it's got like a metal case that kind of has mesh through it. And there's a really dignified woman who's actually currently the mechanic there. Very polite. She's like, "Oh, can I help you? Do you need anything?"
God, I'm blanking.
Oh, that's okay, dear. Don't worry if you're blanking. I know I'm attractive, but still.
Always the best.
I started to corner and think about what you've done.
First off, look around to see if there's anything. What color everything is in there.
Orangey metally.
Okay, all right. So, so what's Sorry, go again. What's in the room? Sorry, I blanked.
A giant turbine engine
That's it. All right.
covered around in this kind of meshy kind of gate thing.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the mechanic if she knows anything particular about her mission that we're doing.
Dear, I don't ask questions. I just make sure the ship runs. I got to make sure this baby still purrs.
So basically,
And she
actually-
presses the casing, and then she puts her ear to it and says it speaks to me, like all engines do.
Okay, well, I'm out of here.
Oh, it was nice to see you. What was your character's name?
Victor.
Victor. It was come again, Victor.
Yeah, maybe not really.
I like how none of you asked her name either.
I don't think I want to know her name.
Her name's pretty good.
I want to know her name.
I'm back in the
Alright.
Her name is Victoria Snow.
Victoria.
Victoria Snow.
Alright, so now that Victor's back in the mess hall, we ask him, where the hell did you just randomly wander off to? Or why did you just randomly wander off? Because we knew where he went. I forgot.
Well, I mean, you guys are kind of boring me, but I guess there's some crazy chickens that are mechanic.
And what's her name?
You
No,
didn't
I didn't
ask, so
even
you don't know.
I left before I could figure out.
I heard that Mason likes the crazy ones.
I look and go, That's just a rumor. Go back to time.
So-
For you
If I
started.
find you in there later on, I'm not going to ask questions.
I will, when I make my rounds, Moko, ask everybody's names and maybe introduce myself a little bit more to her. I kind
Okay.
of flex while I'm doing it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So time passes. It gets a little bit later. You're all getting kind of sleepy. Captain comes out of the cockpit, closes the door behind him, walks right past you, says, "Mason." Walks by, kind of
Yeah.
nods. That's all he does.
I just go captain, kind of nod also.
Walks by Victor, and Paul's like, "Gentlemen," and then walks down to the cargo hold.
Okay, it's
What's
still,
that about?
He just walks right past all of you, just kind of nods, says your name. That's it.
Sorry, I missed who would walk past us.
our captain.
Okay,
Yancey
the captain.
Bates.
Yancy Bates.
All right.
You like these names?
Just-
So far, they're pretty good.
Just before he opens the door and walks into the cargo hold, I ask him, why do you have us here? Like, why are myself, Paul Gallen, and Victor on this ship? Like, why do you need us here? What's the point?
Because you're the best at what you do. As he closes the door behind him.
Asshole.
Yeah, he doesn't give you a good answer. He just like that's not the question. That's not the answer to the question I wanted.
I look at Paul because I guess I'm still like eating my food and kind of look at him and go. The part of the contract was not to ask questions, so we may not ask questions to the captain, but we may find out, answers for ourselves while following the rules.
Just
So,
quietly to Mason, I just whisper, rules is always still meant to be broken.
Breaking rules will get you killed. It's always better to be safe.
Oh,
So-
didn't you break the rules, Aaron, when you broke out of prison?
But that's for a good reason. Shh.
Is it?
But this is good for
For
a
a
good
selfish
reason.
one.
It's a good reason for
mean-
myself.
I mean, think about it. He could have a whole room set up about like his plans for world domination. I mean, doesn't have to be this one. It could be next.
Mm-hmm. So
I say there's enough implication that we should check it out.
Alright,
I
so
I look at you both like, just be calm, guys. We haven't picked up the cargo yet. Let's just go to Jackson. I think it's Jackson 5 we're picking it up from, which, as you all know, is a hillbilly planet. So
Them
we'll,
hicks.
we'll pick it up from there, and then from there, I'll try to see if I can find before then some kind of info in the manifest or in the computer, and I'll share any info I find. I mean, my guess is he picked you Victor because you're a good navigator, but it could be also because you can get a navigator really anywhere, but it could be also because of your other specialty, your Maltech. So let's go ahead and just let's relax for the night. Don't worry about it too much, guys. I'll update you on our trip.
Alright, so after he finishes talking, I bend over just to check the chair again, and it's dry, so I'm now sitting down.
Finally eating dinner.
Finally eating dinner.
As you
I'm
all
like,
smell
That took
like
too
meat.
long.
All right, so as you guys keep talking, the first mate comes out
Okay.
of the out of the downstairs thing. It's like, man, what are you doing here? You guys need to rest up. You're gonna have a busy day tomorrow.
Oh, look, we're just finishing up dinner. We'll be
No.
going to bed soon.
You need to go to bed now. You need to be up and ready early in the morning at 500.
I
What
turn
time is it
around-
right now?
300.
So it's 11 o'clock.
6 hours.
I stop eating, I turn around and I say, I would have been done by now if my chair was fucking white. And then I turn back and keep eating.
I'm like, he makes the point.
Did you just spray paint that chair, son? I'm gonna make you scrub that in the morning.
You what, mate?
We're gonna take it out of your paycheck, out of your cut.
I stand up and look at him and go, based off the
You didn't even know his
information,
name.
based off the information in my, what I've collected for security reasons, in our contracts there was a stipulation, Paul's, that all furniture should have been white already. So you're already in breach of contract, and he solved it for you instead of causing penalties.
What
towards yourself.
contract?
And I turn it around on my computer.
Galactic contract for no talking back. All right, you're slipping chain of command. Don't make me get the captain involved.
So the captain's the one I listen to. So I also make a mental note to look him up afterwards. I go, all right, first mate, what's your name?
My name? You should know, son. I'm Gustavo Bach.
Gustavo Bach.
What, you don't like it?
Bach. No, I'm like, it's a good name.
That's right, Mason Jar. Don't you talk back.
I look at him like it's Yar.
Now, y'all get some rest. We're going to be busy. Jar, Yar, whatever. Same shit.
You'll get it right eventually when I save your ass. So, I just mumble that under my breath.
What's that, boy? You got a problem with authority? Maybe we should jump you out into space, he says, as he walks by you.
I just kind of just all I do is
going up to the cockpit.
I just kind of stare at him and just let him walk.
Okay, it's a good move.
So, I guess I'm gonna finish eating and I'm gonna go hit my quarters, and go to bed.
All right. Does anyone else please move yourself to whatever corners you designated yourself to?
I get the big room.
Captain's quarters. Sorry.
Damn it! I get this room.
All right.
Do I get to share a room with Victoria since there's only 5 rooms and
No,
there's more than 5 people?
Victoria
What?
sleeps in the hammock in the engine room. She loves the sound of that engine.
Listen to her.
She loves the sound of the vroom.
There's
All
two-
right, and who's the one that's still on sitting there? Paul.
I believe that's Paul, and he should be up at the top somewhere.
All right, Paul. Pick one of those two, and then go ahead and label them if you like.
Can we actually even? We can't do text. What do you know?
Yeah.
I'm stealing that
Just. All right. So you're gonna take 5.
one.
Melio's taking 3.
If you click on below the arrow on the top left, there is an I, and then you go to text. You can type your whatever you want to text on there, and if you hold Alt, or you go back to the mouse pointer, select move, you can then hold Alt and move it to where you want it to be. It might just be easier for you to do, Moko, than since they're still learning. Avox, you need to move your character.
He's got emergency. Oh, there you go. He's
I
back.
missed that. Okay, cool.
All right.
Ah.
So, Avox, since this is the first day you guys were brought onto the ship and you guys are now disembarking, you guys left the planet to go there. Nothing in your room is white. It's, in fact, all purple.
Thank God I didn't go to that room.
Everything in your room is purple.
This is bullshit.
And then for Victor, everything in your room is white. Perfectly white. And as Victor goes into his room, you see everything is white.
So Paul
sees
Paul
it?
sees this.
Yeah. Paul sees that Victor has a white room, and as he walks by his crew quarters, he's like, "Oh, it's white in there."
And I'm like, are you fucking
So you're
serious?
currently standing in the purple room.
I'm standing in a purple room.
Yep.
Okay.
The sheets.
What the
chair,
fuck's going
all
on? This was not in the contract. I am fucking pissed. And I turn around and I see that Victor has a white room. I'm like, we got the wrong fucking room. You're in my room.
Well, too bad for him that since his room's on the other side and he's already went into it, my door's locked as I'm messing around with something in my room.
What do you mean?
Didn't you just
He's
say that I saw
messing
your
around with
room?
something in his room.
Sure.
You're in the wrong room.
I'm messing with my nav computer.
Awkward.
Okay.
That's
Okay, so since Victor has no intention of of switching rooms. I've got my spray cans, and I'm just going to work on this room because I can't relax. And all you hear is just this shh.
Oh, okay. Can I have him
And the
take
rattling of
damage
spray
from, like,
Fumes.
from poisoning? Yeah, you're like, ugh. So as your room is currently painted white, so you're still up. Everybody else is still asleep at this point. Everyone's asleep. As far as you know, the cockpit's set to the navigation was set, so the thing goes wrong. The first mate's quarters are locked, so he doesn't appear to be there, and the captain's things and the second thing, that would be number 2 is the captain's because he's got to be close to the front.
Number 4 is
His-
first mate.
Yeah, 4 is first mate, 2 is that, and Chad is actually sleeping on the couch. He doesn't get a room. Fuck him.
Fuck.
Yeah, so you walk out of your room because you can't stay in there with all the paint fumes because it's sealed. You notice that the captain's door is open. He's not even in that room. And you see Chad over there on this couch over here past the mess. And you notice he's wearing a red shirt. Specifically, he's wearing a red shirt. You're like, this is interesting that he's wearing a red shirt. For those of you who don't know, it's a red shirt joke.
I know what the red shirt joke is.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think Aaron does.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I smiled.
You send red shirts in for that shit. Okay, anyway, so yeah, he's wearing a red shirt. He's talking about some, Captain Kirk, no. And you hear him just, as he's dreaming, and you're like, oh, that's nice. He's dreaming.
That's cute.
Right, so what are you going to do?
So I'm just gonna be the sneaky little bugger, and I'm gonna sneak into the captain's room since it's open and he's not currently in there.
Okay,
Just
so
to
you go.
have a quick peek around.
Right, so you go down to the captain's room, and you see a big bed. You see kind of like a porthole with stars kind of like zipping by. Kind of like a yellowish kind of tinge of like streaks just flying by you as well. He does have a PDA on the side of his desk. And that's about all you really see outside of like stuff in his closet, clothes and standard cabin stuff.
Okay. So, I just keep looking around and going through his drawers and stuff because I'm that kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for anything that's in there, and I can't seem to find anything until I come to the last drawer. I open it, and there's some documents in there that are named classified. And so I grab them, pick them up, and I just chuck them in my back pocket.
All right, so you find classified documents.
Yeah. I
Great.
have no idea what they're about.
Uh-huh.
I haven't even opened them. And I
Mhm.
just chuck them in my pocket.
Okay.
And then I walk out.
And as you walk out, who do you think's standing right in front of you?
It's obviously the captain.
Hell no, it's the first mate. That bastard.
Hell no, it's the mechanic.
Oh no!
What the crazy
You're all
shit?
wrong. It's Chad.
It's Chad.
Who's Chad again?
Chad's
Red
the
shirt
red
guy.
That's literally what I have him labeled as in this document. It's red shirt. So he's standing there. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Not
And
dying.
I'm looking for my room because my room wasn't
You
my
know
room.
which one your room is because it was assigned. In fact, it has your name right above it as he points to the door with your name right above it.
Is it the one that Victor's in?
Yeah, but it's
No.
it's not white.
I don't give a shit.
No,
It's
it's
white or
not
not.
my
What are
room.
you doing in there? That's not your room either.
I don't care.
You can't just say that's not my room and then go to a different room and
Sure,
say,
you can.
no, you can't. That's not how
It was
this
in my
works.
it was in my contract that my room was to be white, and that room
I
is
didn't
not
even
white.
get
Therefore,
a
it is not my
contract for
room.
the room. All right. So
Yeah, well, sucks for you,
Mr.
red shirt
Specialty.
guy.
I have a name. It's Chad. As he like stabs you with his finger, he's like, "Get it right."
Okay, so it's because I'm a weak guy. I like flinch back a little bit. I walk up into his face. And how tall is Chad?
Chad's about 6'5".
Okay, so I walk up and I'm at like nipple height, and I'm
like-
like,
Puts his hand on your head. And says, "What are you doing?" You're like,
And I just look at him look up to him in the eye, and I'm like, my room wasn't white.
let's go talk to the captain about your not white room. And by not white, I mean the room you were in.
And I'm
I
like,
guess
What I'm saying is he's not in the right room instead of white room.
right.
And he's not in the white room. Haha, bad pun.
So I'm gonna say my character, he's a pretty light sleeper since he's military special or space marines. He's kind of woken up during this argument and kind of heard the end of that. And I open up my door and I kind of step in and go, "Is there a problem here?"
Yeah, this kid was in the wrong room. In fact, he was in the captain's quarters.
Okay, I look at Chad. I'm like, "Okay, Chad, thank you for your notification. As head of
We
security,
are about to talk to the captain about it.
as head of security, I will take care of it for you." And then I grab Victor and like pull him like over somewhere else away from Chad to like speak to him.
Paul.
Wrong. It's Paul.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, you just dragged me out of the room?
What?
You
Sorry, I
must
was
see this
doing-
shit, man.
What's
I
going
mean,
All
on?
right, so
Wait,
so
wait,
while
did
this
you
is all
drag me?
going on, what were
Right,
you
what?
doing in your room that you couldn't tell anyone about?
Me or Victor?
No, Victor.
He was
Victor,
fixing the
I
paint.
said like I
Putting
said,
it
I
on
was,
the paint job.
I was messing with the what was it? Hold on, let me pull up the thing again. I think it was the nav computer is what I said. Nav comp or something.
Okay.
Since I am more of the navigator, I'm trying to figure out something for on planet.
Okay.
Okay. So you're figuring out our ways
So
to get to the
Chad,
next.
Chad, this big guy is like watching you pull him over to the side. And where are you going to be standing for this conversation?
I figure
on this
we'll
ship?
go back. So Chad's over here right now. Well, I just moved my whole overlay. My apologies. I'm on the wrong freaking. I'm not. I'm on.
Chad's right here.
So I'm gonna pull him away over, I guess, to. I guess the where Chad was lounging.
Okay. Chad's pull out sofa bed.
So, yeah, his pull out sofa bed is where I'm gonna go. So I go over to speak to Paul, but I want to make it seem like I am speaking to him, like sternly, trying to make Chad think that I am running him through, pretty much giving him crap. But at the same point, I'm gonna be like, Paul, why were you in there? And then are you gonna tell me why you were in there or what you found or anything?
Okay. I say to you, are we able to speak more privately? Because I think I've found something that you might be interested in.
I go, because of what you did, no. And I kind of shift my eyes over his shoulder and go, Chad's watching us right now. I'm like, if you found something, great. If you took something, that's horrible. Because they're gonna find out, and and Chad already knows that you were in the room. So if you took something, we need to put it back. If you were just in there and found nothing that you took out, then we can talk about it later on our ship. We have probably a few days for our trip. So,
Alright, so
did you find something?
I
And
tell
take
him
it.
that I have documents in my back pocket that I haven't opened that said classified.
Okay. I go, all right. Slightly hand these to me with your left hand. I'm assuming Paul's back is facing Chad, so it would be on side and make it so Chad can't see. And then I'm gonna take them from him.
Okay.
All right, so you take the documents from him.
I put them somewhere in my shirt or somewhere that's not obvious. That they're
Okay.
there's folders. And then I speak to him. I'm like, and I speak up louder. I'm like, I don't care if the room was purple. You're gonna sleep in that room. That's the room you were assigned to. You need to deal with it, Paul. And I'm like, any further issues, we will bring this up to the captain. And I'm like, get to bed. That's kind of the end of the conversation.
All right. So I'm guessing you're walking back to the room past Chad.
He is going to. I'm going to walk past Chad and speak to him like I'm going to do one quick search through the captain's quarters. I'm informing you now to make sure nothing was taken.
So
And-
Chad reaches out as she grabs. It's like, you do know I have an obligation to the captain to tell him. However, for some credits, I might be able to overlook that.
I look at him.
He's extorting you for
He
money.
is.
It's basically he's doing.
He is, and that's no problem. I look at it. I go, I have nothing right now. But at
not
the-
according to your character sheet,
I have like what 30 coins or 5 or something like that.
you have 5 credits.
So I
That's
offer.
a good start.
I'll offer him 5.
I know you
credits.
get paid afterwards, but you can give me some credits now.
I hand him over my 5 credits, and then we can talk afterwards about additional pay.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go check the captain's quarters. I'm assuming Paul told me where he found these classified things, and I put them back in that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I need to be right back again. Sorry.
It's fine.
All right.
So-
So Chad goes back to his little desk, like his little sofa bed kind of a thing, and says like, "Smells like paint." And like lays back down. It's like, this is awful. Constant need to sit on bullshit. All right. So as time passes, the morning comes around. They wake you up at like 2 hours later because like you guys all had to be up early. There's breakfast in the mess for you. So you all move back over to the mess. I'll move you all out here. So the captain sits all of you down. So you see Chad's there. You see the 3 of you are there. You see Victoria's there. You see that the co-pilot's there. And he hands you like this, not co-pilot, I'm sorry. The,
First mate.
yeah, the first mate. So Gustavo Box there, Chad's there, Victoria Snow there, Yancey Bates, Mason Yar, Victor Schro, Paul Gallen. They're all sitting there. He hands you a document. It's like, I need each and every one of you to read this document and know exactly what your task is going to be for this next couple of days. I need specifically things that you need to do downstairs to prep for our cargo that we're having. You are not allowed to tell anybody else what it is. If you do, there will be repercussions, i.e., you're not getting paid.
So are each of
1,000
these
credits,
documents
a lot of credits,
different?
boys and girls. Don't lose it because you're going to be stupid. I'm sorry, what did you say, Victor?
I was saying, is the document different for each person, or is it a
You
general
are
thing?
not allowed to discuss this at all. Just do what you're told in your document. And that's all I need from you.
Okay, so we each have a different document. Okay.
I appreciate you. I put each one of you on for specialty. Only you will probably understand what the instructions are really telling you because, let's face it, Egghead over here isn't going to know like what a strategical procedure is for entry points into a building or how to defend a ship in case, smuggling operations. You're not going to understand that shit. Only Mason's going to understand that shit. So just stick with your own knowledge and you'll be fine.
So I have no problem with this. I'm used to this type of thing. So I read it over and
It's called
sign my paper.
compartmentalization. He actually gives you a document on what to do in case the cargo gets loose. And it doesn't actually tell you what the cargo is. It just tells you extermination procedures. So you assume it's live cargo.
Document on if the
Procedures like how to notice, but it's going wrong.
can.
It's
Okay.
very, very brief information. There's not a whole lot about what your cargo is or what your cargo even is, but you can guess that it's dangerous.
Okay, that's no problem. I'm just gonna write that down.
Dangerous.
Okay, sorry,
cargo.
I'm back.
No problem.
Can I
We
get a
got
quick
Logan,
fill-in
you
of
got a dossier, which is information pertaining specifically to your character and their background, about what their steps are to do for the cargo.
To prepare for it.
Yes. And what was your background? What company did you work for?
Logitech Institute.
And you were in bio or nano or whatever or biological.
Bioengineering.
Better the lives of everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Um,
What about Victor's?
Victor, you were part of the future medical group. You actually have a job to design an inoculation for the crew. And you're not allowed to talk to them what it's about and what the exact specifications for the inoculation are.
Okay.
And you're not allowed to discuss it. It's classified information. In fact, it looks as he hands that specific document to you, you all, like Aaron and Logan, you realize this is the same classified document you picked up yesterday.
I didn't look
So you
at
broke
it, so
into
I
a
wouldn't
room
recognize.
to get the dossier
I was
for
about to ask
everybody.
if
That's what you
Mason
basically
did
felt.
that at all.
Your own private descriptions of what you're doing. Let's see here.
Now, I have an important question, Moko, just for a standpoint of this game. Is there still paper in this universe, or are we more like technology, like here's a data pad and here's the info I sent to your data pad?
No, this guy specifically gave you a packet of paper information and told you to memorize it and then hand it back to him.
Alright, so typically, though, it's data pad stuff. In general.
Typically, it'll usually be data pads. For this, he gave you a document, told you to memorize it, and give it back.
Okay.
Which, again,
Each
seems
one
very
of us.
suspicious to a security person, but maybe not to everybody else.
Right.
Each one of us is handing it back, right?
After you read it and memorize it,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
I read it once, I hand it
So-
back.
and as for the bioengineering, you're setting up a very containment cell down in the
Setting up
cargo
a
hold, so
containment
the
cell.
captain's going to be helping you downstairs with that.
Okay.
And then I'm just, what am I doing? Just like working on this in my quarters.
Inoculation, yep. You're actually down in the med bay downstairs.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So you have a legitimate reason to be in the med bay downstairs.
Okay.
And as you go downstairs, the two people who are going downstairs, Aaron's character does not. He's sitting in the mess hall doing stuff. You see giant glass containment cells, and they have like a polarizing kind of like glass, so you can like darken them, make them like really dark where you can't see through them, or you can make them clear.
Okay. You're saying
Alright.
that I was doing work in the cargo hold with the captain. Does that give me authorization to be there alone, or I have to be?
Oh, he's there with you, so
At all
you
times
said
when I'm
you're going to come down me. So this job is done. You're just staying down here with me.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you were all like. Let me speak as just as a person speaking this. You were all very like suspicious of everybody.
That's my job.
Yeah, this is your job, but the rest of them were like, I want to know what's going on. Let me sneak around and steal information. Would you do that in
Right.
real life? No, you wouldn't.
I'm a less than trustworthy person.
So
to
since
the wrong person.
we have Mako, no Mako. Wow, mixing up names. Since we have Paul inside the cargo hold, and I'm right across from that, I'm going to keep an eye out for when they start leaving.
Okay. Well, they're going to be there for the whole entirety of the day until the captain brings his ship to planet side.
Okay. Well, then I set up a camera to look outside.
Where are you getting this camera? Do you have a camera in your inventory?
Do we? Oh, okay. Then I guess not. I didn't
You
know there
don't
was
have
one
it in your
extra-
inventory. You can't do it.
Is there
There's
any
no
other-
cameras
Should I
just sitting on the
move?
ship.
Should I move my character?
Oh,
to
wait,
the cargo
I know.
hold then?
Yeah, go ahead and move your character to the cargo hold. So as all this is happening, as they're downstairs, Victoria Snow sits down across from Mason Yar and just kind of stares at your head, leans forward and says, "Do you polish it?"
I look at her and go, every day. Every day. That's how you get this nice, smooth looking skin here. You gotta keep it, waxed.
So you
Winky
put
face.
wax on it?
Yeah, beeswax.
Bees? What are bees? She says to you.
I look at her and like it's a rare. What's the word I want to look for here? It's a rare item you don't really find in these parts anymore. I got it, I got it as a gift a good while back, and I kind of pull out like it's like a circle like tube of it, and then they just pop out the
tin?
lid, and like just yeah.
I got it from
It sounds
Narnia.
like a stick where you're like.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. It's not a stick though, but it's like a little small. It's like a can that's like this big, or so.
It's like shoe polish, just like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. She just kind of like looks at you and is like, "Huh, that's interesting."
It works
Did
great
you
for
always-
the mustache too, as I kind of like twirl my mustache a little bit. Like,
So, what do you think of the ship? Isn't she wonderful? And she leans in creepily, talking about the ship.
I lean forward to. I'm like, it's a wonderful ship.
Oh,
Then-
with these subatomized bipolar engine inlets, so great, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's like, and security on it's quite easy on the eyes.
And so Victor shows up and goes, "Wow, you guys going to be spending the night together?" Or
She gives
something
you a
now?"
look, and she's like, "Security? I mean, there's not that much security with the ship. There's a couple cameras. Unless you talk about that stuff they're building downstairs."
You go. I look at
what's
like
that?
that's as far as I know. I have been given instructions on what I need to do in case everybody else fails, and you don't gotta worry. I'll make sure I take care of you in case it does.
I'm not too worried about that. I can hold my own. And she like puts her giant fucking wrench on the table.
I kind of looking like you probably can hold your own better than the other
It
two
makes
guys.
a giant cling. It's like gunk.
Well, so Victor is in the room now, going,
She like
so
cracks her fingers, stretches,
So-
and then goes back to eating her sandwich.
Victor leans over and goes, "So, she be crazy or what?"
I kind of stare at him like, no. Just kind of like I kind of look at him. I'm like, I apologize. I'm like, he doesn't really have what's the word I'm looking for here?
Technical expertise.
Filter?
Technical expertise is a great term for it, Victoria. That's technical expertise. He's not the smartest, one.
Well, I thought the captain picked up a pretty smart crew with these two. At least their record speaks highly of them.
Records. What do you
Yeah,
know
I
about
go-
me?
Go ahead. I'll stay out of this.
So she stands up. She's like, "Oh, can you hand me my wrench?"
I look at Victor first to see if he's gonna hand her the wrench. Was she looking at me or him?
She's just like, "Oh, can you hand me the wrench?" Points to the wrench with a smirk on her face.
I go,
kinda take a step back.
Victor, go ahead. You know your expertise. Like,
Now, are there
I don't-
strength checks in this game at all?
There could be a difficulty like 6 and make a strength.
All right, go
type of
ahead.
thing or something.
Go ahead and make a strength check with a difficulty of 8.
Or picking up a wrench.
Yeah, it's a very heavy wrench.
So you would want to do, Matt, go into your character sheet.
I was saying I was taking a step back. I didn't say I was grabbing it.
If I offered it to you, I'd like for you to
fuck.
do it. So you would do that, and I guess you could really pick like athletics, and then like you'd pick like you'd pop up on your screen like a strength, like what type of stat to pick, and you would pick strength, and you'd hit OK. That's how you would do it, Moko.
So, like,
So there's a little. If you go in your character sheet, there is a little like. There you go.
yeah,
got a
there you
9.
go. So you can pick it up and hand it to her if you so choose.
Well, he only got a 9. It was an 8. Yeah, so you did do it. So you are able to pick this thing up.
That was you.
Oh,
That's
me?
Mason's. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can pick it up, and you realize it's fucking heavy.
I grab it with one hand and just kind of like grab it and I just hand it to her.
She's like,
Here you go.
"Thanks," and she just like tosses it in the air and catches it and walks away.
we'll talk
just like
again later.
skipping. And she
Okay.
doesn't even respond to that.
You're a jerk.
She's like, "Thanks." Doop, 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 doop. Walks out.
Oh, that could have gone worse.
Okay. We maybe only have like another like 10 minutes or so.
That's all right. We can just play it out like 5 more minutes of like you guys getting to the first planet.
Okay, and then like do a navigation check to see how we make it there. Do you want to do the
Well,
navigation?
he's already made the check.
Okay.
Captain's already
So-
made it.
Captain made
So-
this one.
That was the first thing he did.
After this
And I
whole
heard you
thing
roll
going
back, too.
on, I'm still chilling in the cargo hold with the captain on her.
So,
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm just working away.
All right, so the captain. So as the day gets on, like gets past, you guys all finish your tasks that you were assigned to do, and you You all meet up for dinner. Nothing really eventful. Captain says that you'll probably arrive there in the morning, and that you each have each of your tasks that you have completed, and that he needs Mason to go with him to pick up the package.
So, of course, sir.
Oh, and Chad. Chad, you're coming along too, he says. He adds.
I don't say a word. I'm prepared to go with this man to pick up the cargo.
Excellent. You notice Chad's wearing a different colored red shirt this time.
I don't judge.
Mm.
Okay.
So, all right, and then that's where we're going to leave off. Is you enter the system with that planet, which I will now drag you to. We're going to go to this. It's a yellow sun system. Here we go. So, boom! Show up to this planetary system. You look out the portholes, and then you can see off in the distance a kind of like bluish planet. And that is going to be your destination where you pick off next time you come in.
Cool.
So,
I messed that up as well. All right, cool. So I guess we will end the session there. For Victor and Paul, how did you guys think of your first time playing? What did you think of it? Was it fun? Did you hate it?